styles workout. This leg workout today is probably my last really heavy one going into the show. 3 shows ahead of me: the Mr. Olympia, the Sharu Classic in India, and then the British Grand Prix. There's not a lot of time to train legs in between all these. So, being my second to last leg workout, I'm blessed to be here at Bev Francis Powerhouse Gym, because when you train at gyms, a lot of times it's the same piece of equipment, it's the same weights, the same machines. And I trained at legs with Bev's a couple weeks ago with a couple of my buddies, John, Juan Morel, and we had a phenomenal workout here. And there was a lot of pieces of equipment that we used that I loved, that I haven't used in probably a year. Coming here to Long Island, with work and traveling for BSN is not easy, and I wish this gym was around the corner. But unfortunately it's not. So to make a trip here, once a month or twice a month is a blessing. And if I had to pick a day to come to the Mecca, it would definitely be on legs, because they have pretty much a whole section of their gym blocked off just for leg training, and it's phenomenal. Being pre-contest 17 days out, that's more than enough. I was exhausted by the end of the workout, so I definitely did what I needed to do as far as busting my ass in the gym and getting the most out of my workout. So going into Olympia, we made a lot of changes, which I think is going to be a good thing this year. I don't have to say it again and again. I feel like these interviews are very repetitive. I've done them more than once, more than twice, more than 3 times, saying, I'm looking my best, and I'm going to, shock people when I step on stage. And, I've shocked myself every show up until the day of the show. I'm looking better and better a couple days out, and then I'm really missing my mark as I'm trying to get the finishing touches into my prep. This time around, I sat down with FAC after North Carolina. I really think after New York and after Toronto, there was a lot of things that I was doing that was taken that my body wasn't responding with correctly. Went back to the drawing board, went to North Carolina. I was looking outstanding 5 days out, 4 days out, 3 days out. Started carbing up. The carb process really killed me this time. I just believe, like I told Factory after North Carolina, I was taking too many carbs. My body couldn't digest them, and no matter what I did as far as my water or my diuretic, my body was just not getting rid of the water the way it should. So, I think it's mainly a food issue. Some people look better, bigger, fuller, rounder. With my physique, not having, the most muscle in the 212 class, I look better, drier, harder, and maybe just a tad bit flat. So I kind of sat down with FAC. I told him what I thought, my opinions on my body and how I felt, which is out of my element, because I'm not one to speak up to a coach. So that was really out of my element, and I'm glad I did it, because I'm taking I'm taking responsibility for my carb up this time. I sat down with FAC. I told him what I think. He agreed with me, and him agreeing with me obviously made me think that what the feedback I'm giving him, he agrees with. But it made me feel good that I'm listening to my body and speaking my mind and letting him know that, hey, this is what we did, this is how I felt, this is what I think we should do. So, win, lose, or draw, at least I could say I tried something on my own, and, I put, I'm backing what I think I need to do as far as coming in my best. The only thing I have going for me this year as far as, not placing my best is that I still have 3 shows to do, and 3 of the biggest shows of the year. You have the Olympia, Sharu, and then the British Grand Prix. And, not being 100% at New York, Toronto, or North Carolina just means for me that if I do hit my mark and make my mark, and I am 100% come the Olympia, I'm going to turn a lot of heads. So that's what I'm going into the Olympia with. I'm blessed to make it with points. I didn't want to have to make it through points. I wanted to qualify for Olympia with a win, but I'll take what I can get, and winning, a show would obviously have validated that, but unfortunately it didn't. So I was up there on the points, qualified for Olympia. So, I'm going to make sure that come 17 days, I'm going to be my all-time best. So I want to thank all my sponsors: Flex Magazine, X2X Clothing, BSN, EFN, Protan. You guys are all great, and you've backed me since day one. So we got 17 days to bring it home. So make sure you guys keep an eye on Flex Online, and